It's interesting because you're facing the resistance, because you're facing your adversities. The Six of Wands being here is like you're gaining more confidence. You're becoming, you can feel the power of being more of authority in your life. And I feel like because of that, it's like you're starting to gain success. You're starting to feel better about yourself. Cancer, welcome to your February 2024 mid-month reading here. We're just going to go ahead and begin, my friends, and jump straight in. Your overall energy that you pulled here is the Two of Swords here. I feel like there's an emphasis on balance, especially personal balance within your personal life. Let's see here. I'm also seeing here that there's some things that you're contemplating on going back and forth with, in your mind here. Let's see what this is. What is the current energy? Yeah, the Six of Wands here. Interesting. If anything has been off kilter, has been unbalanced here, I do feel you're starting to find that balance here with the Six of Wands. Like I feel like there's a personal balance coming back into your life here. So if there's been any type of setback, or if there's been anything that's, that hasn't been feeling balanced, I'm seeing you here starting to create more balance. I feel like if you keep advancing here with a sense of confidence in regards to the things that you're doing, I feel like you'll be well on your way to even having more success, or finding things even getting better for you. The challenge you have here is the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands is my card of the burden of responsibility, right? So Ten of Wands being in a challenge, some of you, especially with the Two of Swords here being the overall energy, it's like you're having to balance your personalities. Well, who knows what that means, but you have to balance like your responsibilities here. And so there could be some burdens still going on in your life that you're trying to bring balance to with this Two of Swords. And I do feel here for the rest of the month that you'll be bringing, or that there will be more balance in your life, especially if you haven't had the time to really do the things that you enjoy. There's a good quote that I heard, I can't remember who said it, but they said, if you never take the time to do what you want to do, and you always do what you have to do, then you're bound to be miserable, or something like that. So it's important to balance, like, and bring in things into your life that you want to, not just things that you just feel like you always have to do. What is the future position here? Pull the Six of Swords. I'm hearing steering clear. If there's been any type of setback, I feel like you're steering clear of all negativity. I feel like you're finally able to figure something out here as well with this Two of Swords, Six of Swords here. That's going to allow you to be able to progress out of any type of like turbulence that you once went through, or that you just found yourself in, or if you're just stuck, or just feeling like, I don't know what to do. I feel like everything is just super heavy. The Six of Swords is here, saying that I feel like you're going to find some type of innovation or some type of solution here to help you move forward. Also, the Six of Swords too, I see you being a lot more open and eclectic when it comes to things, like things you wouldn't usually try, or things that you wouldn't usually do. I see you doing it, or trying newer things, experimenting here. And I see here that it's like you're going to like some of these things that you do here that are newer. What is something that you're unaware of that you need to be aware of? You pull the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady wins the race. It's important to just focus on day to day, step by step, rather than thinking about the whole picture at once. Because the Ten of Wands, it's a Sag energy. Sag is the broader perspective of things. Knight of Pentacles is the more finite, immediate, like what's in front of you type of perspective. And so the Knight of Pentacles is saying like to take it day by day, and to be patient in regards to the things that you're doing here. What is your advice? Pulled the Strength card. I'm hearing like the only way through is through, right? It's good seeing the Strength card with the Ten of Wands, right? Because this is somebody who can carry the weight, right? Yes, may feel weighed down, but does have the strength to push through. And I see here with the Six of Swords, this is because you have the strength to push through, or you're tapping into your strength to push through. Six of Swords is telling me that you're about to finally move out of, like, things are about to become a lot more lighter. What is the outcome here? You pull the Knight of Cups. I'm also seeing here that if there's something that you've been working toward or striving toward or envisioning, the Knight of Cups being an outcome is telling me that you're finally going to be able to feel that and see it and be immersed in it with the Knight of Cups. But I see here that there's definitely improvements, especially with the Knight of Pentacles in the position, something that you're unaware of. There's definitely improvements here that are happening. And with the Knight of Cups, I feel like you're finding like that sense of, with the Two of Swords, you're finding that sense of balance, but also you're finding like you're starting to see more clearly now, and you know what it is that you actually want and where you want to head toward. Interesting, you only pulled one major arcana, which is the Strength card. You have the Seers card that says nurture. I do feel like the universe is really wanting you to focus on nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself, you know, getting back to doing things that enhance your well-being, right? Seers is all about, you see the scythe here on this card, and that represents harvest all the great stuff that you have in your life at this time. Use that moving forward to begin something new, or to make a transition, or to just start some sort of new thing here. But, you know, use what it is that you have at your disposal at this time to aid you, but then also at the same time, like, go about creating something new or doing something a different way. You pull this heart chakra card. It says forgiveness. I think a lot of you are forgiving yourself and also forgiving other people. Even if you're not forgiving yourself, I feel like you're forgiving other people. Like, you could just be, you know, not taking things so personally anymore, or not feeling like you need to carry resentment anymore. I see you being able to let go of things. And I also see that, you know, maybe you've been really harsh on yourself, or maybe you've been blaming yourself for certain things. I think the heart chakra forgiveness is like, you know, to release the weight that you feel. Like, it's time to forgive yourself and have compassion for yourself with the Strength card. And just to be open to improvement, be open to, you know, finding newer solutions, moving in a new direction. Definitely a change in direction, definitely a new change in direction here. And I feel like it's going to be way more emotionally and spiritually fulfilling, getting rid of all this weight, getting rid of, you know, possibly the sadness or the grief, or just the burden that you feel like you've been carrying. It's like you're finally, I'm seeing here, like you're having a relief, and there's balance coming in with this Two of Swords. That Two of Swords right there. Let's see here. You pull this tree card. It says root. And this is symbolic of like the earth element, and the earth element represents stability, right? You could have felt wobbly in the past, or just like unstable, right? Just things just never, just like a sense of an underlying energy of like things feeling unsettled. But the root card, it's like, I think you're really, and even if you think about the roots, like the symbolism of the roots, how that relates to us is like on a spiritual and emotional level, like it's about your internal world, how well rooted you are with your environment, with your foundation. Do you feel secure? Do you feel comfortable? Right? I think a lot of you are making changes in regards to certain things in your life, so that way you can become more grounded or feel like a sense of security or more comfort. But also on the external front, this is like material stuff, money, resources, possessions, right? You have a physical foundation, you also have an emotional. You root your emotional self into your physical foundation. Both aid each other. So I feel like that's an energy here that's going on as well for the rest of February, or that's been going on in February. But the Two of Swords being here, definitely do sense that there is balance coming back into the picture. It's definitely decisions that you've had to make, or that you've had to make. But I also still feel like you're making decisions as well. I can't talk. Clarify this Two of Swords for Cancer for the overall energy. Justice card, I told you. There's a lot about balance in this reading. You having to really recalibrate your energies and bring things back into alignment, and also possibly even bring fairness to situations in your life, or to make situations equal in your life. Clarify the Six of Wands for your current energy, you have the Nine of Wands. You felt resistance and you felt the adversity in the past, but you didn't let it stop you. And it's interesting because you're facing the resistance, because you're facing your adversities. The Six of Wands being here, it's like you're gaining more confidence. You're becoming, you can feel the power of being more of authority in your life. And I feel like because of that, it's like you're starting to gain success. You're starting to feel better about yourself. Clarify this Ten of Wands in your challenge. You have the Ten of Pentacles. I knew it. Ten of Pentacles deals with our home, money, possessions, values, your whole life, lifestyle. Family could be burdened as well. Like maybe you're feeling family issues. Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. Like there's definitely burdens here that I feel like you're struggling to carry. This is why you dropped certain responsibilities, because it's like it's a lot to manage or it's a lot to handle. Clarify the Strength card as your advice. You have the Ace of Cups. Have compassion for yourself. Focus on your own personal needs at this time, especially on a spiritual level, right? Like sometimes we forget all about that. We're like, I need to physically do something, right? Like I need to physically change things, which is the case, but first you have to go inward. And I think that's exactly what you're doing. So your advice here with the Strength card and the Ace of Cups is to have compassion for yourself. Forgiveness is something that, although you may have to face your ego in doing so, right? But I do feel like if you allow yourself to forgive yourself or forgive other people, I feel like it's opening you up to deeper and deeper layers of strength to help you be able to, you know, move through these heavy burdens, because things are definitely getting more lighter here with the Six of Swords. Let's see, where are you going? Where are you advancing to with the Six of Swords? Where are you going? Moon card. You're not sure. But all you know is that things are improving. Things are changing. And you don't even know for certain, like, the direction of things, but you're open to change and innovation. And you realize, like, it's time to do newer things. It's time to do something a different way. Clarify the Knight of Cups and the outcome. You have the Queen of Wands, which is telling me that I feel like you're going to be finding your sense of positivity and optimism again, and you feeling the warmth of life again, or feeling the positive energies of life, right? I see you really reconnecting to your happiness and advancing forward and allowing yourself to pursue like your dreams, or to pursue the newer things that you're envisioning, or just the things that you desire and that you want at this time. Clarify this Knight of Pentacles in the position of something that you're unaware of. You pull the Tower. Yeah. Things have come to a halt in your life, or have tremendously slowed down, because it's the systems and structures that are in place, or that were in place in the past, that no longer worked. So the Tower happened. Now you're having to rebuild a new tower, rebuild a new foundation. And the Knight of Pentacles is saying, like, make sure that you're telling yourself, like, it's going to take time, be patient, have endurance with the situation, and realize, like, things are going to come together slowly, but if you keep progressing, things will naturally all come together, and you'll have a newer foundation that's built on something solid and stable that will provide and aid you for a long time. Pull this fourth house card. It says home. See, y'all just think I be saying shit. I know what I be saying. Fourth house, home. On a physical level, on the material level, it represents literally the home, your foundation. On a spiritual, emotional level, it's your inner world. How acquainted are you with your inner self? Have you faced your shadow? Have you looked at your shadow? Right, Six of Swords, the Moon card. Have you integrated your shadow? I see this February, I feel like a lot of you, it's like you're integrating these deeper aspects of your personality, like the shadow side of your nature, right? I just feel like you're getting familiar with yourself again. There's been so much going on externally that you've been totally neglecting yourself. And for all the Karens and the Darrens that are about to say, no, that's not me, blah, 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 and then it's not your reading, just click off. But for the ones that you are going through this, the fourth house is like, you know, getting acquainted with yourself. How well do you know yourself? Doing the deep emotional work, giving yourself love, self-loving, compassion, understanding your inner world, nurturing yourself. There's a good book called Joy. It's by Alexander Lowen. Lowen. He has a lot of good books, but Joy really gets into like stuff like this in regards to the energy of this reading. There's another one called Fear of Life, and there's another one called Pleasure. There's another one called The Betrayal of the Body. There's another one called Narcissism. And there's another one called I've read all these. I can't remember the other one, but yeah. You have this solar plexus card. It says self-mastery here. And it's interesting. I'm also feeling like for some of you, you've been you've been cut off from your truth, right? Like this is such a vivid read. So I want to show you this in this read. Like if you take a look here, you see all the chakras right there in the yellow card, right? Well, we have this. It's like I'm seeing the 3 lower ones activated, right, and balanced, but the heart chakra is like the next one. And so I feel like if your heart chakra is blocked and you can't forgive yourself or forgive others, you're never going to be able to receive exactly what you fully want. And you're never going to be able to take pleasure and enjoy with your relationships, with the things that you're creating, or take very much pleasure in anything that is heart-warming. But also the throat and the 6th chakra and the crown chakra, like these are all, I feel like these are unbalanced. Now this may not be the case for some of you, but I feel like there's definitely some things being pointed out in those areas. If you're cut off from your truth, you're not going to know your life purpose. You're not going to know what direction to take in life. You need to understand your truth. And however, sometimes our truth gets suppressed, whatever the circumstances are, right? Then once the throat is balanced, you go to the 6th chakra, perception, clarity. And then you go to the crown chakra as the oneness and the connectiveness that you feel to everything. So I think it's like you're mastering your energy here. You're having to recuperate and rejuvenate your energy and rebalance your energies. Yeah, this mountain card, it says goals here. I think you're setting new goals for yourself. And I like that. 6 of Swords, the moon card. You're open to change. You don't know how it's going to go, but you know the only way is through implementing changes and being open-minded and pursuing what's in your best interest. And I feel like if you do that, you're leading yourself closer and closer to living a happier and happier life. I'm not saying you're miserable right now. I'm just saying you could always be happier and happier. So that's what I got for you, Cancers. Deep reading. I feel like you've been having a lot of deep readings here lately, Cancer. But you are a deep sign. You're a water sign. There's a lot of depth to you. So nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I appreciate you all. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link is down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll show you all the details, and then you can just purchase a reading. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so and click the notification bell as well if you want to be notified whenever I upload the videos. And otherwise than that, I will talk to you all later. Bye, Cancer.